You know, see, and we what? Nzinga King get her natural ear chop off the other day, and everybody, most people just comfortable, just see it as a Rasta thing or a thing. It's a thing that happen to black people right across the world. Your ear, you're not accepted. Your ear, your natural ear is not an acceptable presentation of a person in this world. You know, see, and equality is as such accept me as I.
Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warieka LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warieka LTV. Keep it locked.
Now, I'm gonna tell you. We, us as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I say? You see? Set the path for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Yes, I. Greetings once again in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I the First, and all things that's good and pure. You see, I wants to welcome our viewers and subscribers. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe, become a subscriber. You know, help grow the platform. Don't know so it go. See, so today we want to talk a bit more about the Nzinga King incident, and the whole nature of the affair and things like that. See? But you see what defeat the whole process is how we see ourselves in a competitive way. See? My pain is tougher than yours. See? So no way your pain should I get any form of ease or redress before mine. You know, see, we now look at it in a sense like, so well and alright, we ease some of your redress and hopefully you see mine, or then we share the same suffering eventually, because you only lose one. Mine exists, it's a universal, it's a national thing. Like most things will affect one, affect all of us. You know, see it. So, not because Rasta get rid of one monkey off of them back, meaning say more attention appear to Rasta than anybody else. It's a universal cry. You know, see, what we should rather do more than anything else, rather than question the validity of the girl claim, which is highly unlikely for somebody to come out and make such a claim against the police institution with all of the resources reserved for defend themselves, even against the girl, and further punish her for libels and things like that, where she herself personally obviously can't afford, because the community have to come to her aid in order to assist her appeal. You know, see, so we have to observe them little basic common sense there, which we know say some people obviously have, but through the need for attention seeking and things like that, them bypass and overlook them thing there, and still try gain credit and traction based on ignorance due to the limited access that Jamaican have to data and information and things like that. This is how desperate some people get when them 5 minutes of fame at end and them little limelight and diminish and things like that. Forget where them come from. Can't relate anymore to where they once was. And even this position that they are at present is a far distance from where they originally started out. And given the position that they are today, it's highly unlikely for them to go back to the position where they are started out. But just the need for attention, which appears in most cases from history, from experience with public personality, them the people who had this once relationship with the masses a certain way, and I've since last such realized say it people like those usually develop a certain level of mental illness. You know, see it, a lot of them commit suicide, seeing and so them rather stay in a certain age bracket while them up on the limelight. I don't know about a lot of them. You know, see it, and them rather dead on top than lose the adoration where them are from the public. Seeing so based on a lot of them things. You have to be careful of them people who, you know, lost them thing there and use certain trivial issues, you know, for pivot themselves back in the limelight or if get a certain level of attention. You see, because as a nation, not just as a nation, Rastafari, the majesty, the highest, the universal, present this to black people, particularly through Jamaica, as a gift in this time, in this age of information. You know, see it, in this age of publicity where everybody have a smartphone. Most people phone smarter than them these days. Because if it was up to the smartphone alone, what the smartphone would do is start a campaign across the world. The smartphone has already do that, but the people them will manifest the narrative behind the whole action now. I try to defeat it and I use ego and I take personal gains and the more attention in particular. Right across the world and throughout history, it has always been a shame for black people to appear in them natural farm rasta. You know, see, particularly look on the artists, them look on the last prime minister where we did have a female prime minister, the first and only female prime minister. You have never seen her hair line because she always have this wig come down on her head. You know, see the same style right through the time where we know that wig has become synonymous to the office of prime minister as a female. You know, see it. Most of the female track athlete them, yeah, when them are run on the track, you see them in this extraordinary long, bright colored hair when nothing it's not authentically, it's not an authentic representation of their genetics. You know, see, yet still them feel proud for wear it and feel like, so well, then without it, them is less of a person. It's obvious, it's enough people, me never see them African ear yet. You know, see, me never see them black ear yet. You know, see, most people, all you ever see, most female, all you ever see are them wig. Not that I'm digging down the female, them or blaming them for anything, you know, like me I said, the same psychological science has affected us across the board. Both the gunman, them little youth, them when have no hopes, and all of them things there. The lack of hope for the gunman them out there is one of the strategies for maintain the status quo. You understand? It is purposely being done so. You know, see it. So even so with the female gender, them know when you find say them so far detached from them original natural self, that's, you know, them not see it as a stereotype for people see them appear in a wig or wig Caucasian ear and say that's more presentable than them natural self. You understand me? In any case, if you look on it, if you see China, and the wickedest thing about it, you know, make a black woman see a Chinese woman in an Afro wig now. Make a black woman see a white woman in an Afro wig now. I want to see the hell and powder also pop on social media all across the board. No disrespect. Larry Newman, Serena Atkins, the whole on sister them, I love you. I love the attention, I love the love, I adore you, I nah bun nothing, I just show you a psychological. Listen to me, nothing wrong with the man wearing them wig, but I say there should be the choice whereby a black female should be proud to represent her natural farm, Rasta, and we support that. Because right across the board, from slavery till now, it has always been a taboo for black woman present herself in her natural farm. You know, see it? And it's been allowed. It's a tradition where we inherit from slavery, where we still a practice and a uphold today and claim so we let go slavery and a try to say we are demand equality and rights for ourselves. It's hard for people to see it that way when we carry ourselves a certain way. If we try look like somebody when I see we equal to them always I got things say are true. Even when it's natural for them not to believe that if we think like that, Rasta, obviously the people have no reason to think otherwise. You know, see it in most cases. You know, see it. Because like I say, if we is the one of them try on an Afro wig, we're going to laugh and create the most excitement based on acknowledgement of insanity. You know, see it. Yet still we not see ourselves like we're mad when we can't make a representation without it, like we can't appear without it. You know, see, No, this is all my life me. You know sexy bald woman look all my life me want to admit that. But me no want nobody say a man had me love. You know sexy bald woman look, it's like them always naked. Me no know. It's like it's them just always. Me no know Rasta. I don't know. I just mind. Sick mind then. Put it that way then. You know when a black woman head, you know, neat up and oh my goodness. Me never not going night. Oh my gosh, she just define. It's like not now well her back, you just a see her. You know, see Rasta, she make you talk in a you change from baritone gone down that are gone up at the high one there. And Jano baby, you look good no. Hey, come here. Hey, where you want me say no? You want me say it? You want me say it? You know see it? Falsetto and you never realize it. It just becomes a natural reaction. That's how I stay. You know see it, but you know see it. And I've nothing with I'm attracted to women in wigs, false hair and different style and extensions and things like that as well. I'm just saying. You know, see, the cheaper farm, the more natural farm is not being accepted. You know, see, it is not being defended. You know, see it. This is the time for use this opportunity, seen for voice certain opinion upon them, subject upon them. This is not a Rasta thing. This is a universal black thing. Black people, black men struggle to find attraction through that. See, so black women go out of them way to present themselves as such. You know, see. You know, see. And we what? Nzinga King get her natural ear chop off the other day and everybody, most people just comforted, just see it as a Rasta thing or a thing. It's a thing that happen to black people right across the world. Your ear, you're not accepted. Your ear, your natural ear is not an acceptable presentation of a person in this world. You know, see it. And equality is as such. You accept me as I am, or I present myself, clean and tidy, and as long as I'm smelling fresh and my faculties, my mental faculties are there. You know, see it. No judgment. You know, see it. Me I perform the standard job that's required of I. You know, see, I don't come to be a clown or to represent anybody's fancy. You know, see it. You know, see it. I saw them thing they go. So when we jump one side and black people, it's demoralizing even to Rasta, to the Rasta community. Because if the whole black community not see that as something will affect all of us, and I'll jump one side and says a Rasta thing and a Rasta alone out there, struggle. It's traumatic for Rasta as well because again, Rasta historically suffer the whole struggle, the whole deprivation of humanity. You know see it. You know see it. Deny it all you want. You know see it. It exists in a Rasta, amongst the Rasta man. Alright, watch you now. See? Me I go introduce a brother to the item after this. You know, see it. I don't know if I should do it in another video. I mean, you want to present the youth to himself. See? But I'm going to look for it. See? Me I'll fix it up and send it out shortly. See? But even the police officer were trim the woman. See? The female police officer will trim the woman. See? If we are going to beat her down physically, see, and threaten her and try. You know what I say? It's like, again, we are feeding to the status quo because of the same science where break the world and maintain a certain diminutive status quo and classism and racism and all of them things. The same science affects she, makes she think say, for natural farm as represented by her sister Nzinga is not acceptable. You understand what I say? And she wholly and solely believes so. That is a woman who might have never shown her natural ear since she become adult. You know, see, when she got to school, she used to cane her ear and you could have seen her natural ear and all them. You could think that. And possibly it did always scream out too. You know, see it. You know, see it. So she becomes It becomes part of your existence. Seeing? And not just her. Seeing? It has become one of the natural commodities then in terms of beauty amongst black women and them things. You know, see it. And I want to talk about fake breast and fake body rasta, but I'm afraid. Because at the end of the day, all the lady friend I have was stay so same way. I mean, I want them take offense from I truth. Because them already stay so I'm realize that what them can do again. You know, see it. Right now the challenge of educate them picnic. Educate them picnic. And don't make them feel like so well and them not them invalid. You see, because them have some serious treasure. That's why them biggest investment is still in front of them and come up. And if we destroy them and tear them down, them will just feel worthless and it will reflect on the youth them. You know, see, so I don't know some mama and queen same way. Them think they are not going to fall. You know, see, a part of the struggle, them there are scares of war. Me I tell you that. You know, see it. You know, see it. So if we don't have them acceptance and them realization there, and it deplete more and more. You know, see it. It's like as a people we are devolved because we don't accept we natural self no more. You know, see it. And it's like I don't know what it is, if it's feminism or what. You know, see it. I mean, I don't know what. Our man them silent and not voice them opinion. Like the man them feel like say them not have no standard no more. You know, see it, standard just present itself according to where the female think in terms of appearance and thing like that. You know, see it. So probably a man just quiet and just accept whatever come. You know, see it. But in my case, in my book, Rasta, I rather live a lonely life than a lonely single life than a happy, than an unhappy partnership. You know, see, it don't make no sense. You know, see, can never phobia for them things. Them just feel like say them a go bust. Me no are leak or something like that. I don't know Rasta. When I just come to England, them usually have a comedy on TV where at that the comedy, a sketch comedy. I can't remember what it name, but you used to have this woman where them a show her with that. It wasn't really, it was like me say a comedy where them put on fake breast and fake body by the woman and thing, and she go around and she have this leakage and seepages. I've got this. It's seepages and them look away there, and it was funny. You know, see, but from that comedy there, it definitely affect me psychologically in regards to the whole thing. You know, see, so there's a level of, you know what I say, so no disrespect to the woman, them have it, you know, see, and, you know say them look good, knowing that themselves say them look good, you know, see, you don't know, you know, see, take care of yourself, you know, see, but make the youth them know, say, you know, not nice like a natural farm, it's painless, you know, see it in a lot of cases, in most cases, you know, create no new nothing by yourself where hasn't been studied or observed over a period of time. You know, see it. Yeah. You know, see it. But the youth them know say them natural farm, it does emulate a certain level of self-confidence, a certain level of aura, a certain aura of authority. Seeing? Because you have to show so you accept yourself in order for people to accept you in your entirety. Yes, people will accept your skills. People will accept whatever your benefits you have for them and you is have to them. You know, see, but when it comes to you in your entirety, if you are not readily prepared to sell yourself, accept yourself, promote yourself, be yourself, nobody's not gonna really respect you. You see, they're always gonna appear like a clown. People are always gonna see you as a joker, not taking you very seriously. Doesn't matter how successful you are. You are an opportunity. You see, it's hard to really have genuine respect for you. You see, so you don't know. We should have used this as an opportunity rather than use it more as a device to divide us and create aspersion about certain things where abnormal aspersions as well. Things will normally happen, things will next to impossible. You know, see, if we get away with, you know, see, we throw them accusation and allegations there in the midst of the whole thing. Yeah, for water down the seriousness of what happened, diminish the concerns. You know, see, our own people them try to diminish the concern in regards to the incident when them create certain doubts, unnecessary doubt, irrelevant doubts. You see, because at the end of the day, it's an institution, it's a public institution, an international institution that has been accused. You know, see, and the institution, you know, see the relevance or the need to come out and defend themselves after so long. Yet still, we have public figures with public influence, you know, see, take it upon themselves to create certain diversion in a Jamaica at a time like this. And you can't, you're not supposed to look on them people and say, them people are get paid. Well, I have to. You know, see, because it look like me I transmit on a different wavelength from the normal, which would be, you know, me I say, me not, critical. You know, see, because you don't know. You know, see, but when we hear certain people come in just for the sake of, you know, I like, you come in with certain arguments in the public without even thinking about where I say, it further cements your irrelevance and the need for omit presence like yours from public influence, because there is no basis, there is no substance behind people like yourself, you know, see, and you believe so much in your own ego that should even that help diminish your true talent, because, you know, no man stands alone really. You know, see, no man is an island. No man is above reproof. You know, see, a guy feel like he can go around and reprove everybody, everything, every institution, and cannot take any form of reproving of himself. You know, see, a guy where see the need for traumatizing child by publishing in baby mother's sex tape and things like that on social media, and still walk around to this day and justify such actions, said actions and things like that. You know, see, oh, you know, deliberately evil the thing is. You know, see, so we still have hope, step on the back of this. You know, see, black people glad at a certain level of awareness. This is not just for Jamaica, this is not for Nzinga King, Rasta. This is an opportunity for black people across the board. Feel free to appear in them natural farm and an institution that dictate to them, say, you know, it's not supposed to happen. How is that even acceptable, Rasta? I mean, weed is being legalized. You know, see, even though it's not under the consideration that it's a natural plant, grow from the earth naturally, you just, and it have seed where it reproduce itself and things like that. You know, see, they make it illegal for people to consume it, even though there's no additive or anything to, you know, make it do it thing. You know, see, yeah, it's made illegal, and I'm come to a realization now, say, that don't make sense. You know, see, what happened to the black man here, the black woman here? It's not being promoted and things like that. It's still as a black woman here, I do what you call it here, certain straightener advert on TV and them thing there. You know, see, you know, see the black woman no much celebration of the black woman here in her not. Nobody now push and promote that. Even though it's accepted and admitted, say it was beaten out of us. You see, as part of the reparation process, these things, these little subliminal and psychological reparations need to be implemented and demanded by us ourselves. You know, see, these are basic human rights where resonate with any ordinary human being. You know, see, it's foolproof. You know, see, nobody is gonna deny that. No politician can, you know, hold any grounds standing up against such demand from a group or from a people. You know, see, everybody are gonna say, yeah, but you have, it's, I mean, if it's okay, yeah, to be born as a woman in a man's body, Rasta, Eh? Mm? Mm? And it's still unacceptable for black people. You still have questions. You still have different institutions with different rules regarding the acceptability of such, and we still sit one side and allow them thing and make our own ego get in the way. When will us as black people who have suffered the most on the planet, Mr. we don't recognize, nobody not see our suffering as part of earth's human suffering, Rasta. See, the wickedest suffering ever happened on the planet. I Hitler caused it, You see it? Because we ourselves act like we don't recognize. See it? And even though we might sit back and now, what we supposed to do? See it? At the end of the day, our practice, a matter of fact, you see it? Because at the same science, we don't know where it. See it? We don't know how much, I could say $1 trillion we are spent in the world market every year. You think a little bit of money that? You think if that money that draw away from people, it not going to affect them? You think if we start wear rubber tire, buy rubber tire slippers from the rubber tire man where I sell rubber tire slippers, you feel like the rest of the world now go, which, see, a Jamaican say Clarks. And you see, well, our Clarks made them own a commercial now. Them never used to have none. Little Clark store them used to just fashionless and lazy and now. See, little one them cross the board and run the place. Them now who have no whole accessory, Clark's accessory, not them. I still some old people style and them thing there. See, them still now elevate or evolve to the level of adverts and advertisement there. The pivot with Jamaica have Two Vibes Cartel, pivot them. It's like him take them to another dimension where them brain never there and now them still a play catch up. That simple mean. See. So we black people, we create style and pattern Rasta. The world we follow it. See it. Right now, Jamaican food are the most expensive food, both in a restaurant and on the shelf. The most expensive thing on a British shelf right now. Any foreign thing, anything from anywhere, when you look on for them shelf, a pence. When you look on for them price on the shelf, a pence. You can get them for pence. See it. When you look on Jamaican, a pounds. See it. I mean, £2, Jamaican thing are running at the 4 or 5 pound, and then we could weigh the 4 or 5 pound region. See it. So we have a whole heap of abilities and resourcefulness about ourselves, our natural self. Naturally. See it. Again, we don't have the come like when again, see it. People don't see the value, the long-term value of them thing there, the influential one, them amongst us in the community. See, them have this self-serving need. See it, and them always capitalize on the people, them ignorance for benefit them personal, individual self. And it's a game when never stop. Scamming not just start at Jamaica, They done them right up to the time. And be a scam of them, Rasta. See it, be a scam of them. And the poor people, them in front of them a scam. See it, because like me say, the easiest way around it is for go on, you stay up on top and you go and take a little support where you can get from contractors, business people, community projects and things like that. Dance, treat, certain promotions and them things there. Me I say you go around and you make certain collection, whatever, rate, sell a little weed, sell a little coke, whatever. See it and go and maintain yourself for 3 years. See, because you have a certain level of impunity where exists with the Dan characteristics as well. I say not every raid catch you, not every police stop you and all of them things there. See, so you have a certain level of immunity where you move and manifest with. And when it come on the 4 years now, at them time they take the penetration of the lump sum from the politician. See, while for the rest of 3 years, you never did make no community representation of such, make no demand, come up with no strategy. Because what I do, see, rather than come up with some strategy through the year, sabotage certain things, make your presence felt, step forward, make representation, stay out a certain criminal element and activity, now make yourself present for a certain why. Since so that's no boy can't blackmail you and link it to certain things. You see, and your friend for no say you will make all 5 times what you make at the end of the 3 year. You see, at the end of the 4 year when election time for come and them ready for you, go heap up the people them and push them for vote. You see, just relax and sit back and accept whatever terms politicians bring to you when you have the boss, you have the public, you have the vote them, and you can manipulate the vote them. And I never intimidate a politician yet and make him feel like so what your space is threatened. You know, even from the same party is that we aligned and politically persuaded then. And you just call, a young MP or a senator or somebody we love, we are look for push forward and just start have him up. You see it, make that guy feel threatened. And make him see. Not even them thing that we not do. And I like a man as a switch, invite over a young MP from the same party then and start, make some guy see say, because what him do? If the MP decide for run for the seat next election, what him do? He can't afford to make that influencer come mash up theme thing. I saw them thing I go, and everybody are opportunists, especially them. You know see it? So them now go, anyway, we're not going into the Dan and theme thing for too long. You know see it? When we stick with the girl, the ladies, them don't feel no way, mummy. You know see it? Don't feel no way when you hear I man talk, Rasta. You know see it? And I like me a rub or a bun the eye them or a blame the eye them. You know see it? Enough things we don't accept about people, but we still them. I see what we do with the murderer them and them way there and the killer them, kill them down the way I go on. You know see, we don't detach them from responsibility or anything like that, but we still establish a certain level of humanity, extend a certain level of humanity towards them same way because the action is not without influence. You know see, yeah, and again, little or no consequence. You know see, so there's always fuel for them fire there. You know see, so yes we should use this opportunity to demand women rights rather than just make it look like a Rasta thing or a Nzinga thing. You know see, yeah, I give thanks. See, share, like and subscribe in a Rastafari.